So at the beginning of the film, we see a man buried under snow suddenly rise. I was surprised he was still alive. After getting dressed, he takes out his knife from the wood and sets off on his journey. But he walks away, and the scene cuts to two small children. The older brother's name was Jim, and he lived alone in this big house with his sister. He does all the work himself. Looking at him, it doesn't seem like he needs anyone big to survive. Jim's sitting in his chair, checking inside his gun. From a distance, it looked like a toy gun. But when I got closer, I saw that it was a tranquilizer, whose bullets are used to render other people unconscious. After some time, he hears a voice from outside. He goes out and sees that a man had come there. The man who was asking his sister about her parents asks Jim the same question. But Jim, without answering, takes his sister into the house. Like adults, he locks the house properly. He secures it and then sits down to play with his sister. In no time, we see strange people outside their house who were trying to break into this house. But this house was bulletproof, and he couldn't get in. Actually, they were all zombies and wanted to eat these children. The world Jim and his sister live in right now, only 1% of humans are left in this world. The rest have been eaten by the zombie virus. Jim and his sister are not afraid of these zombies because it seemed as if it had become a part of their routine. Jim and his sister were playing outside their house, so the same person from yesterday, Jack, comes to them. This time, he brought his partner. The girl would come and lovingly pick up Jim's sister, and Jim scolds him and tells him to put his sister down, after which the couple asks Jim about his parents. Jim tells them they've gone to get supplies. Hearing this, the couple tells them, "Okay, don't worry, we have not come here to harm you until your parents arrive. Till then, we will take care of you here." The scene is cut, and we are back on the other side. Aiden is shown standing in the middle of the woods, unafraid of zombies. The couple at Jim's house was killing all the zombies they encountered with a single weapon. Checks that supplies are available here for a long time with all kinds of facilities. Was also present, so both of them decide to stay here because they know. So they also knew that Jim and these children lived alone in this house. Jim was hiding from them. I don't know what fear is in his mind now. He locks his sister inside a safe place. And here, Jim's dog also smells Jim and starts barking. It was already night here. Couple sees a lot of zombies around the house at night. So they suddenly get very scared and start turning off all the lights here. But then, suddenly, the door opens from behind, and someone attacks the girl. We see the girl in a wounded state. After which, someone dragged the girl out of the house. She was thrown out. What happened to her husband? This isn't explained here, and the scene cuts to the next morning. We see Aiden again, fallen in the snow. When he regained consciousness, he saw that he was trapped. As he frees himself from the trap, then he saw Jim's sister standing near him, laughing. Then, suddenly, a needle pierces his throat. As soon as Aiden removes it from his throat, he faints. In fact, Jim had knocked him unconscious with his tranquilizer gun. Aiden later, when he regained consciousness, he went to Jim's house where Jim again took his gun in his hand. Jim asked the man about his purpose, and he told him, "I am a soldier, and I am going towards north to wash my wife." Hearing this, Jim, it is quite surprising, because all the people who came here before today had come here for food. Or did he come in search of medicine? Aiden was the first person who wanted to find his wife. Jim, for some reason, felt attracted to her and brought her home. Bringing me home, G makes a deal with me. The power in our house is out. If you charge all the batteries here by running trade bills, I will give you medicine, food, and accommodation. I agree to his request and come to his house, and now he asks him, "Where are your parents?" For the first time, Jim doesn't lie to her. He tells me that my dad is a scientist and has not returned home for a long time. And my mom works in a security agency, and these days she is also on her mission. During their conversation, he notices a zombie outside their house. Aiden quickly goes outside the house and finds a large block. He picks it up and hits the zombie on the head, causing its head to crash. Jim had seen it all with his own eyes, but he had placed his hand on his sister's eyes. When Aiden came back home, Jim said, "Why did you kill that zombie? Although this house is bulletproof, those zombies cannot enter this house." Hearing this, Aiden becomes even more surprised that, after all, what other facilities did he have in this house? Well, this time, Adam has his, I had to get the job done and leave as soon as possible. He runs on that treadmill day and night without taking a break so that these people's batteries can be charged, and they get so tired that they even fall down. Jim's sister gives him water and food. And then giving her own pins, she asks her to tie her hair after freshening up. Eden gives these people food, and when they go out, they see that today, a zombie was caught in their trap, which Jim kills with his gun, and then, while passing through here, we also see an old man and a girl who are probably from some Aiden and the kids return home, and at home, Aiden now searches for the kids. He sees pictures of his parents, and here at home, he also gets his wish for a car. And immediately, an idea comes to his mind that he will quickly reach his wife through this car, will reach out and save him. As soon as he started the car, he realized that it was faulty. He couldn't fix it himself. So he came out of the garage, and then his eyes fell on the outhouse door. Strange noises were coming from inside it, before Aiden could check it out. Jim comes and stops him here. They all come back home. After having dinner, Shayna prepares to sleep, and we watch that Jim had handcuffed himself before going to sleep. When Aiden woke up in the morning, he noticed that Jim was not in his bed. Alarmed, Aiden went outside and discovered Jim fixing the traps around his house, the ones that used to trap zombies inside. Seeing Jim busy here, Aiden sneaks into the outhouse room. He goes near it because he wanted to see what was inside. He doesn't see much inside, just mattresses kept there. Pillows and blankets are visible, as are scratches on the walls. He felt as if these people had imprisoned a zombie here. Aiden was now home. He arrives and, after some time, notices that there was an unknown man around the house the house was being searched from outside. Aiden immediately hides so that the man does not know about them. Jim's sister looked at him and said hi to him before Aiden noticed the man. He also kidnaps Jim's sister and hides her, thus saving their lives from the man. Seeing all this, Jim realized that Aiden would not harm him at all. That's why he also returns Aidan's weapons to Aiden. He gives away what he had previously kept as a condition. At this time, Aiden was fixing Jim's mom and dad's car. Just then, they hear Jim's sister screaming from outside. Both of them go out and check and find out that the first man, he had come to check this house from outside, and now he and his friends had come here with and had even taken Jim's sister hostage. Jim knocks a man unconscious with his tranquilizer gun. When he does this, two men suddenly fall from behind and die. Someone had shot him too, and the person who shot him, it was none other than Jim's mom, who had now returned. He fired as many bullets as he could. One of the bullets hit Aiden, and he fell into the snow. Before he dies, he goes into flashbacks and sees his wife. Some time passes like this, and then a strange thing happens. Aiden comes back to life. Even more surprising was that his wound had completely healed. He was surprised to see himself, but just as Jim and his mom weren't surprised to see him, she now beckons Aiden inside the house and tells him about her condition. She tries to explain that there was a very interesting twist here. Lena explains that common people, those who get infected with the zombie virus, lose control of their minds. They do crazy things, kill others, in simple words, turn into a complete zombie. But now among these zombies, there are some special zombies too. Zombies are those who are infected with the zombie virus, but they are not conscious of their minds. But don't lose your control. But the positive thing that comes into them is that they get the power of zombies. Just like zombies are immortal, so in this way special zombies infected with the virus also become immortal. If these zombies are also defined in simple words, so it's a combination of humans and zombies, that's also very good. But like every good thing has a bad side effect, so is the case with these two. Sometimes that zombie virus controls their minds. He does this because of which these people lose themselves. They kill people and do very strange things, and then when they come to their senses, when they come back, they don't remember anything they did during zombie time. After hearing all this, he understood that he too was a special zombie because even in the beginning of the movie we saw him dying and coming back to life, and even now here, but Lena reveals another shocking thing to Aiden. That her son was also a special zombie. As soon as this is said, the scenes go into flashback, and we come to know that at the beginning of the movie, the person who killed the couple in the house was none other than Jim when the dog was sniffing him that day. He knew then that he was about to turn into a zombie, so before turning into a zombie, he has already locked his sister in a safe room so that he does not harm her. After which he killed that couple, and because of this, Jim used to tell himself every night before going to sleep. He also sleeps with his handcuffs on. Night falls, and we see that Aiden has to sleep with his wife again tonight. Had a dream in which he saw that his wife's mouth was half full of them, and there is also a dead child. Seeing this, he is terrified and starts crying. Seeing his sadness, Lena comes to support him, to give and to tell it that it is not the only one in this world. The one who is sad, she tells him her story that when both the children were born, both had a heart disease, which was not curable. She tells that in those days, the zombie virus was also spreading rapidly. It was starting to spread, and my husband, who was a bioscientist, he learned about special zombies. While researching the zombie virus, he created such a dot, which was injected into Jim, causing Jim to physically turn into a zombie. But he was a normal person, that is, he became a zombie, and thus got rid of his illness. Lena Kasman thought life would go well this way, but fate had something else in store for him. One day, Jim bit Lena's husband. In this way, the zombie virus also attacked her husband. Her husband turns into a normal zombie, forcing Lena to kill him herself. She breaks down and then hears Jim shouting from outside. He was about to go into a crazy mood right now. Lena, crying, locks him in her outhouse room and sits outside it. There are loud screams, shouts, and growls coming from inside. She doesn't open the door and keeps crying. Seeing this, Aiden becomes very jealous of Lena, and at midnight, he goes and tells Lena to rest, and he himself stands here. Like a bodyguard, many days go by like this. Lena continues to help Aiden, and Aiden continues to help Lena, and they begin to feel that life has returned to normal. But another big problem arose in life. One day, Lena's daughter fainted in the snow. Lena picked him up and brought him inside, and after checking him, she found that his heart problem had returned, for which there was no cure, and now there was no child in this world to cure it. Bimana becomes very upset, so Aiden tells her, you should also inject him with the Jim virus, right? She will also turn into a super zombie and will survive like Jim. But Lena refuses to do so because she had already suffered a huge loss by doing this. Jim is also shown to have recovered from his crazy mood, and now Aiden. Jim and his mom took care of the child together. Days pass like this, and the day comes when Aiden has to leave everything behind. Lena and Jem try to stop him, but Aiden doesn't stop and walks away. A few moments pass and a group arrives around Lena's house. Actually, the group leader's daughter was missing. She ran away with a guy, and it actually turned out that this couple was the same one who was at Jim's house at the start of the movie. This man had once searched Lena's house in her presence. But when he does not find his daughter, he once again searches on the same paths. He leaves to do his job and sees his daughter's car near Lena's house, due to which he starts running again towards Lena's house. Aiden, who was sleeping outside, the sound of their footsteps brings him to his senses, and when he notices that there are many people as they head towards Jim's house, he arrives to save Jim and Lena from danger. Upon entering, it was shown that the man was torturing Lena and asking her, "Tell me, where have you hidden my daughter? I really don't know anything about him," says Lena. But the leader refuses to listen to him, because his daughter's belongings were also in the house. He sneaks inside the house and finds Jim hiding in the kitchen. He asks Jim about the people who came here, and then tells while preparing weapons, he would secretly attack those people so much, it's that it doesn't make any noise, and it kills a lot of people. After this, he came to the leader of that gang. As soon as he comes in front of him, all these people point their guns towards Aiden, and Aiden, instead of doing anything to these people, he cuts his own throat and dies instantly. He slit his own throat because he knew he would come back to life. But with so much pain, he will become a super zombie this time, too quickly, right? According to him, after a few seconds, he regains consciousness as a super zombie and kills everyone present there. Begins attacking humans while Lena hides her 2 children. Had finished all the people, after which in the CM, we see Aiden regain consciousness the next morning. At this time, he was covered in blood, and he also had a human leg in his hand. He realized that he had killed a lot of people. Now he comes inside this house with great courage. So it appears that Lena left a letter for him. She says, "I'm going north with my kids. If fate wills it, we will surely meet again, because I know you're coming north too." Seeing this letter, Aiden also starts packing his things, while outside we are shown the girl the gangster was looking for. His daughter had also become a zombie and was killing other zombies and taking care of them. She was eating meat, and just like that, the movie ends here, showing all this.